what's up guys? Let's talk movie recommendations for August? I guess it's pretty close to September now. I'm sorry it took so long to get my recommendations list for you guys this month, but I will definitely work on that and get it out a lot sooner next time. This time we have at least 15 movies to put on this list instead of the usual 10. So let's talk about these films now, shall we? At number 15, Fireworks. Should we see it from the side or the bottom? Or simply Fireworks, but yes, that is the official title. Well, this film was probably the most okay anime I've seen in quite a while. It's definitely passable. It's got a pretty intriguing premise. Some of the jokes are a bit dated and might turn a few people off, and some of the CGI doesn't blend too well with the hand-drawn, but if you want to check this one out, G-Kids is definitely worth supporting. I would see if you can get the Blu-ray when it comes out. At number 14 and 13, Rurouni Kenshin Origins and Rurouni Kenshin Kyoto Inferno. Now, coming from someone that didn't really watch Rurouni Kenshin growing up and is struggling to really get into it at the moment, I found these adaptations to be surprisingly really well done, and my friends who are big fans of the show thought so as well. We'd all even go so far to say that these might be the best live-action adaptations out there. So if you like historical settings and samurai, I'd say these films are definitely up your alley. At number 12 and 11, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation and Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Although in this case, I definitely remember liking Ghost Protocol just a tad bit more. As usual, if you like action and if you like sort of a spy thriller, you definitely have to check out the Mission Impossible franchise. These films surprisingly just get better and better. And with the franchise now going into 6 films, that's quite a feat. At number 10, Ant-Man and the Wasp. This one I'd say is about on the same level, maybe just slightly not as good as the first one for me, but I hadn't seen the first one since I saw that one in theaters. That overall I didn't remember too much, and I felt like it was still very fresh. This was definitely a nice pick-me-up after what we got from Avengers Infinity War, and overall a good, solid, fun Marvel movie that I'm sure many of you have already seen and enjoyed. At number 9, Robot Carnival. Now here's one I'm sure many of you haven't seen, or possibly even heard of. That is an anthology of a bunch of different short films, each one standing out and very distinct and different. The film itself is a little dated, but the transfer from Discotek Media is very good. This film was very interesting and I really enjoyed the artistry on display, and I can't wait to own it one of these days. At number 8, In This Corner of the World. This anime is in the realm of, say, Grave of the Fireflies as well as Barefoot Gen, but is a lot lighter and more calm than those films. It has beautiful hand-drawn animation, a story that is slow to develop but has a really nice payoff. It is a bit quick and I had a hard time keeping up with certain parts of it, and while I'm not really excited to check it out again, it definitely comes highly recommended for its message alone. At number 7, Millennium Actress. From the director of Paprika and Perfect Blue, Satoshi Kon, this film is right up there with some of his best. This was a very fascinating film and I really enjoyed the way the story is told. It's one that I definitely want to see again, and hopefully in theaters. I hear G-Kids is actually planning a theatrical run. But if you want to check it out now, you could try to find a rare copy of the DVD or stream it on this service called Tubi. At number 6, 5 centimeters per second. From Makoto Shinkai, the director of Your Name, among the same realm of that type of storytelling about two people or several people that have some kind of interesting connection. Yet this one I'd say is among his more grounded and more realistic style. It's told very interestingly in that it's more episodic. It's told in 3 separate parts or episodes themselves. At number 5, Sword of the Stranger. Alright, things are really getting good now, you guys. I really enjoyed this film. It was a big surprise. Some of the best highlights here are the animation, fight sequences, the music is great. Many of the characters are really interesting, however there are a few that are a bit underdeveloped, and some of the plot points aren't quite fleshed out as well as they could be. But overall, this film comes highly recommended and has plenty of rewatchability. At number 4, Summer Wars. This is a film I simply can't believe I took so long to finally watch, truly discovering the director that is Mamoru Hosoda. And while it came out in 2009 and focused on something that was very relevant at the time, it's probably even more so now. Some of the things they did in this film I simply can't believe was even possible. This one is definitely worth checking out even if you aren't a fan of anime. At number 3, Mission Impossible Fallout. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. If you haven't seen Mission Impossible Fallout yet, you really need to. It is the epitome of what a great action film is and is capable of being. Tom Cruise is just nuts. He does some amazing stunt work here. Go out and see this film in the theater if you get the opportunity. At number 2, Wolf Children. This film just completely did it for me. It is everything I want in an anime film. Great characters, very fascinating story, life lessons thrown at you throughout the film, gorgeous, fantastic animation. I would say this is probably Mamoru Hosoda's best film, and it will definitely stay with you long after you've finished it. I can't recommend it highly enough. At number 1, Princess Mononoke. As I always say, this film belongs in my unofficial top 3 of all time, and it is just such an incredible film from start to finish. The characters, epic storyline, music, beautiful animation, the action, and just the overall themes and things this film really makes you think about. It is truly one of the best anime films, if not best films ever made. And that's why these films are Dyligent picks. So guys, this is the longest list I've made so far, and next month looks like it could be even longer. What is a great film that you watched this month that you have to recommend to me? And let me know if there's at least one film on this list that you really want to see now. As always, if you enjoyed the review, subscribe to my channel while the video ends and send me a thumbs up before you go. Thanks for watching and stay diligent.